In January of 2023, a YouTuber named Colby uploaded a video titled Exploring an Abandoned School to his channel, Uncharted Expeditions. Colby's channel focuses on urban exploration, and he frequently shares footage of his experiences exploring various abandoned locations throughout North America. In this particular video, Colby, along with his friend Colton, decided to explore an abandoned school located somewhere in the United States. According to Colby, the school has been abandoned for a significant amount of time and is situated in a very rough neighborhood. The building itself has also become a haven for squatters and homeless individuals. As Colby began his exploration, he navigated through the property to locate an entrance. After locating an entry point, the explorers crawled through a hole to enter the building. Once inside, they immediately noticed the building's terrible condition, with deteriorating walls and ceilings, along with black mold spreading throughout the building. As they explored further, they discovered a mattress inside one of the rooms, indicating that someone might be living there, but they didn't hear or see anything that suggested the individual was currently inside the building. The explorers then left the room and continued their exploration. However, just moments later, as they were walking through one of the rooms, that's when they stumbled upon something truly unexplainable.
I feel like we should have brought masks. So much black mold. This is bad. Do you want to look at the masks? We can't go back now. Knife in your pocket? Yeah. Yeah, let me see. You don't have your knife. That's bad. I don't know if y'all heard that, but the door literally opened and closed twice.
After the explorers noticed the door mysteriously moving on its own, they stared intently, trying to make sense of what they were witnessing. Given that the building was known to have issues with squatters and homeless individuals, there's a very high possibility that someone was inside the room and was somehow responsible for the door's movement. If this actually were the case, then things could escalate quickly, especially since squatters and homeless individuals are known to be hostile towards unwanted visitors. For the next few minutes, the explorers remained in their positions, contemplating whether they should go inside the room to investigate or whether they should leave. But the explorers eventually built up their courage and decided to investigate regardless of who might be inside.
I guess we gotta go through the creepy door. Yeah. Convenient door.
To the explorers' absolute shock, despite searching everywhere, they found nothing that could have moved the door. This detail was particularly alarming, given that the explorers had initially suspected someone was inside the room and had moved the door, but upon searching the room, they quickly realized this wasn't the case. The explorers now couldn't determine or comprehend how the door had moved. As a result, they decided to leave the room. However, as they were leaving, that's when they encountered something once again.
This is creepy, bro. it shut back on us. And then it opened back.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's go.
wait.
It started shutting. Now let's go.
As the explorers were leaving the room, the door they had just exited suddenly began closing, and moments later, the door that had just closed started opening. By this point, the explorers had no interest in going back to the room to investigate further, but they didn't just leave. Instead, they began exploring the remaining parts of the building. However, little did the explorers know that what they were about to encounter next would be far worse than anything they had encountered previously.
This door's that door just shut. We're literally watching these doors open and shut. Can you see that on the camera?
Oh, heck no. Colby, what the heck?
No, this gotta be a joke. Dude, glass just broke.
That would slam shut.
I'm telling you, bro, I did it. It didn't open near as far though.
Heck no.
It's evident that the door mysteriously starts opening and closing several times. Upon noticing the moving door, the explorers stayed at the end of the hallway, staring at the door and trying to rationalize and comprehend what they were looking at. After yet another bizarre encounter, the explorers had absolutely no idea why or how the doors were slamming. As a result, they were consumed with fear and anxiety over everything they had been witnessing. But they eventually composed themselves and decided to go towards the door and investigate it. However, just as they were approaching the door, that's when they encountered something that effectively put an end to their exploration.
You watch in front of me. I'm gonna look side to side. Dude. It might not want to be in here.
I think let's go. We explored most of it. Let's go.
As the explorers were approaching the door, it once again slammed shut, and just seconds later, it inexplicably opened. When they entered the room to investigate, they searched everywhere to see if someone was inside or if wind was coming through an open window, but they unfortunately found nothing that could have caused the door to slam with such force. After this chilling encounter, the explorers had no interest in staying inside the building, and they eventually ended their exploration and left the school. It's still a mystery how the doors were opening and closing on their own, along with whether what the explorers encountered that day was paranormal. The only way to rationalize it is that the doors might have moved due to the wind. However, given the force with which the doors were slamming, combined with the fact that they were opening and closing simultaneously, this theory regarding the wind might not be true. Even if it was the wind, there were no open windows that could have produced such force to slam the doors. Ultimately, it's up to you to decide if what Colby and Colton encountered that day was truly paranormal or not.
I don't like it.
You think I like it?
It looks like you like it.
I'm intrigued.
I'm not.
Hey, just real quick, 98% of people watching aren't subscribed. If you're enjoying this, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. And maybe drop a like too.
In June of 2018, a YouTuber named Jeff uploaded a terrifying video titled Alone Inside a Real Haunted Abandoned Mansion to his channel, Jeff Stedek's World. His channel primarily focuses on urban exploration, and he often shares footage of his experiences exploring various haunted and abandoned locations across Europe. In this particular video, Jeff decided to explore an abandoned mansion that is said to be haunted. According to Jeff, the mansion situated in a remote part of Belgium has been abandoned for a significant amount of time. While the reason for its abandonment remains unclear, many explorers and visitors who have entered the building claim to have encountered some very bizarre occurrences. Numerous people who have explored the mansion have reported hearing distant voices, seeing doors move on their own, and hearing footsteps coming from empty rooms. Disturbingly, there have also been reports of a woman wearing a white dress walking through hallways and stairwells late at night. Despite all this, Jeff set out to explore the mansion in the middle of the night and investigate the truth behind these claims. As Jeff began his exploration and stepped foot inside the mansion, he immediately mentioned that he was already on edge, given that the building had a very eerie atmosphere. During the initial minutes of his exploration, he cautiously moved through the building, searching to see if anyone or anything was inside the building. During this time, he discovered a shoe and a bottle inside one of the rooms, indicating that someone might have been there recently. But fortunately for Jeff, he didn't hear or see anything unusual. He then continued with his exploration and decided to head upstairs. However, as he was approaching the stairs, that's when things started to take a turn for the worse for Jeff.
But also the freaky furniture, guys, is actually very spooky. Especially the freaky shoe, what the hell, man. If you could feel my freaky heart right now, well, it goes insane. What the hell?
Guys, do you hear that? I heard my footsteps, I know. Hello?
What the hell? Oh shit! Hello? I swear, I guess someone is here right now pranking me or going over, I don't know. Someone is here? What the hell? Hello? Hello? Jesus Christ. Hello? Oh shit, there's actually a bat inside, what the hell? Hello? What the hell? Holy shit. Yo. What the hell's going on here, man?
After hearing the loud bang, Jeff immediately went upstairs to investigate their source. During his investigation, he heard even more noises coming from one of the rooms, but despite calling out and searching everywhere, he sadly found nothing that could have caused those noises. By this point, Jeff had no idea if someone was inside the building with him or if the noises were paranormal. But given that Jeff had initially discovered a bottle and a shoe, there's a very high possibility that a squatter or a homeless individual might be within the building with him. If this actually were the case, then the situation could escalate quickly, especially since Jeff was in the middle of nowhere, and the individual could easily be hiding to rob him or even attack him at any given moment. Realizing the potential danger that he was in, Jeff wisely chose to leave that floor and went downstairs. For the next few minutes, Jeff remained at the edge of the stairs, trying to rationalize the noises and to see if it would happen again. However, as Jeff was trying to make sense of what he had just witnessed, that's when he encountered something extremely disturbing.
Hello? The hell is that freaky sounds here, man? I don't know if someone has... What the hell?
I'm going back down with this man because you.
Is someone here? Screw it, man. Alright guys, I'm just going to make my heart a freaky stone and just going to explore this freaking mansion. I swear that someone is here when I'm going to punch his face legit. I guess there are just some other people here, man, that heard me coming and actually, wants to make me scared or something. Holy shit, but that's actually a very crazy. Actually the first time that I heard all the crazy noises. But guys, that freaky white dress, I hope it's still hanging there. Okay, still here. But yo, guys, let me know in the comments below what you think about this freaking white dress. And my penis is actually very scary. I don't like to come close to that freaking dress.
As Jeff was standing on the stairs, he was suddenly startled by the sound of footsteps coming from the floor that he'd just left. This detail confirmed that someone or something was definitely inside the building with him. When Jeff went towards the noise to investigate, he once again found nothing. During this time, he also discovered a white dress hanging inside one of the rooms. Disturbingly, the white dress does seem to belong to the woman who is rumored to haunt the building at night. Jeff, upon finding the white dress, starts explaining to his viewers about why the dress was there and what it represented. However, as soon as he got close to the dress, that's when he encountered something that completely changed the course of his investigation.
And my penis is actually very scary. I don't like to come close to that freaking dress. But that was one different woman that is actually home this place. Super scary, man. Who the heck should hang a freaking white dress on the lamp? What the hell? Is someone here now or not? Where the heck was a song coming from actually? Huh? Dude, that's coming from the freaking second floor. What the hell, man? Oh, there's just a bathroom here. Hello?
As Jeff was looking at the dress, he suddenly heard a strange noise coming from the floor above him. Although it was hard to pinpoint what the noises were, they oddly resembled the sound of a woman shouting or screaming.
On the lamp.
If this actually was the sound of a woman, then this encounter takes a very dark turn, especially since Jeff heard the strange noises as soon as he got close to the white dress. By this point, Jeff was consumed with fear and anxiety over everything he had been witnessing that night. But he didn't jump into any conclusions, nor did he leave the building. Instead, he composed himself and eventually went upstairs to investigate, regardless of who might be present.
Hello? Who the hell? Oh, I thought I saw someone standing there. So I guess, hello, is someone here now? I'm just making a video here. What the hell, my hands are shaking, man. Yo. Hello? The hell? My flashlight is dying right now. Whew. The hell? Hello? Holy shit, my battery is dying right now, shit. I just put some new batteries in my freaking flashlight, now it's dying. Hello?
After hearing the loud tapping noise, Jeff initially froze and remained in his position, but he eventually called out and went in the direction of the noise. For the next few minutes, Jeff cautiously moved from one room to another to see if anyone or anything was inside the building. But again, he unfortunately found nothing, nor did he hear or see anything unusual during this time. However, just moments later, as Jeff was walking through one of the rooms, that's when his camera captured something extremely alarming.
Hello? I know I said hello for about multiple times, but if you are here, I'm pretty sure I freaking heard something right now. Oh shit, I'm gonna be happy that I'm done here, man, and shit. What the hell? There are actually no stairs anymore, I guess. So I can't run away. Yo. I thought that there were actually some people here, but no, there's no one. Screw it, man. So, yeah. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, man. Here. Oh, what the hell? Jesus, what the hell, man? Dude. Hello? I keep hearing freaky footsteps there on the freaky. Yo, my screen's blurred right now. My screen is blurry like crazy. I'm out of here, man.
If you look closely at the point when Jeff looked at the end of the hallway, you can clearly see a black shadowy figure walking from one room to another. Disturbingly, as soon as the figure entered the room, that's when Jeff started hearing the loud bangs. But Jeff was completely unaware of this detail at the time, as he was still startled by the loud bang. He eventually went towards the noise to investigate its source, but again, he found nothing, nor did he see the black figure. Jeff, after yet another failed investigation, left that floor and went downstairs to end his exploration. However, as Jeff was approaching the exit, that's when he encountered something that sent him running out of the building.
Guys, I swear, it happened too much here. It's actually the first freaking last time I encountered this place legit. So freaking scary. Too much happened here for me. Too much. White dress. Still hanging here. Oh shit. Holy f***. I'm out of here, man. Can't see a shit in front of me. Holy shit, the wrong way. Oh, freaking hell. Shit, I never thought that freaking mansion was so haunted like that. My freaking heart is beating, guys.
To Jeff's absolute shock, as soon as he approached the room with the white dress, he heard the loud bang again, but this time the noises were louder and closer. Jeff, terrified for his life, immediately ran down the stairs and made it out of the building without any harm. It's still unclear who the shadowy black figure was or whether it was responsible for the noises, as well as the mystery behind whether what Jeff encountered that night was paranormal. But based on everything Jeff witnessed during his visit, the only thing that comes to mind is that whoever or whatever was present inside the mansion didn't want him there. When Jeff initially entered the building, he was met with loud bangs and noises. When he went to investigate its source and approached the room with the white dress, he heard the strange woman's voice, which did startle him, but he still didn't leave. When Jeff went upstairs to investigate, his camera captured the black figure, and just moments later, he heard the loud bang again. Finally, when he approached the room with the white dress, whoever or whatever was present inside made those loud noises again, which successfully scared Jeff out of the building. However, none of these claims regarding the paranormal have been verified or debunked and are merely based on what Jeff experienced during his visit. Ultimately, it's up to you to decide whether what Jeff encountered in the mansion was paranormal or simply an elaborate hoax. In January 2024, a British YouTuber named Jonathan uploaded a video titled, "Is the White Lagoon Bothy Haunted?" to his channel, Happy Hippie Wild Living. Jonathan's channel focuses on outdoor exploration, and he frequently shares footage of himself exploring various locations across the UK. In this particular video, Jonathan decided to go on a camping trip in Scotland's southern uplands and spend the night in the White Lagoon Bothy. For anyone unfamiliar with the term, a bothy is a basic shelter designed for campers and hikers looking for protection from the elements or a place to rest overnight. Usually located in remote mountainous areas, these shelters are often left unlocked and available for anyone to use free of charge. However, the White Lagoon Bothy in Scotland has a very disturbing history and is often linked to paranormal activity. Many explorers and campers who visit the Bothy have reported strange occurrences. One particularly disturbing encounter that was captured on video was by the YouTube channel Adventure Outdoors. During their stay in the Bothy, they encountered something extremely alarming.
Absolutely spotless. Whoa. Hold on a minute. Whoa. Whoa. I'm out. I'm out of here.
Disturbingly, these encounters are mostly reported by campers and explorers who visited the Bothy as part of their camping trips and are not typically those who investigate the paranormal. And the same is true for Jonathan, as his channel primarily documents his outdoor exploration rather than focusing on paranormal investigations. In the video, Jonathan hiked through the mountains to locate the Bothy. After walking for a while, he finally found the shelter. Jonathan then went inside, prepared his meal, and settled down. During this time, he also spotted a family near the Bothy, but they eventually left. As night began to fall, Jonathan started a fire and began updating his viewers about his plans for the night. However, as he was talking, that's when things started to take a very disturbing turn for Jonathan.
to filter straws, and it comes with 2 little bags as well, so you can attach the straw to that. But I've not got to use. Maybe this is the guests. There was no one there. I don't know if that's just the people fucking with me or something. I don't know if that's something they do. But I don't think it would be that family. If it was just a dad and his daughter and son. Oh well, we'll see. It was just knocking on the door again, and then I went out, but there was no one there. So I don't know what's going on. But I've not heard of any haunted bobbies or anything. I've never had weird shit. Just wanted a nice little bobby night. If you've watched all my videos before, you know I don't do shit like this.
When Jonathan initially heard the knock, he suspected that someone might be outside and was messing around. But just moments later, he heard someone knocking on the door again. Jonathan immediately got up and went outside to investigate, but to his absolute shock, when he opened the door, he saw no one. He then went back inside and tried to comprehend what had just happened. However, this is when he encountered something once again.
This is gonna be a fun night. They're walking around into the room, and then I go in there and it just stops. Maybe I just put my music on really loud and forget about it. Yeah, cameraman never dies, right? So it's been about an hour and a half since I last made a video, and I've just been doing what I said. I've had my music on loud, I've listened to Blink, some drum and bass, some reggae, and I'm doing what I came here to do, and that's have a good fucking night. So I'm going to enjoy my time by this fire and have an amazing day tomorrow, back out in nature where I belong. So peace and love, good night.
After Jonathan heard the footsteps coming from one of the rooms, he listened intently, trying to make sense of what he was witnessing. And as soon as he went inside the room to investigate, the footsteps would abruptly stop. By this point, Jonathan had already witnessed enough strange occurrences and was consumed by fear and anxiety. But he didn't just leave the bothy. Instead, he distracted himself from the noises and eventually went to sleep. When Jonathan woke up, he mentioned that he had heard the footsteps all night, and it was probably one of the creepiest things he'd ever witnessed. It's still unclear whether what Jonathan encountered that night was paranormal or an elaborate hoax. But given that Jonathan's channel is all about camping and exploring nature, it's very unlikely that he would suddenly start uploading paranormal content, or perhaps start staging his videos. However, these claims regarding the paranormal are merely my own theory, and it's up to you to decide if the White Lagan Bothy in Scotland was truly haunted or not.